Take out some ID and let us see who you are. You don't have any ID? Take your hands out of your pocket first.
Okay, I'm not armed.
Okay.
I'm not a threat.
Unzip your jacket.
Sure. I'm not a threat. I'm not here to hurt anybody.
Okay.
I'm just here to, I had some questions about, what?
No, you got, or you were done or you weren't done?
No, I wasn't done.
Finish,
they have no reason to ask me to leave because I'm not breaking any of their rules or regulations.
Okay, but you have the right to refuse your service, sir. So basically, well, I'm asking a question before we go in there. If they're going to ask them, they want you to leave, will you be willing to leave? If they
English. The focal point of today's encounter takes place in Columbia, South Carolina, where police headquarters suddenly becomes a closed, in quote, fortress, in quote, with conflicting temporary regulations. The moment of overreach begins when a captain not only demands ID without basis, but uses temporary fencing to block a citizen's access to a public lobby. We witness a confrontation of mindsets, an auditor trying to understand why a public lobby is indefinitely closed, versus uniformed officials who view a camera as a threat rather than a tool for transparency. Why do officers demand you take your hands out of your pockets when they know you are unarmed? Is, end quote, officer safety, in quote, a blank check to arbitrarily investigate the identity of anyone passing by? What happens when a high-ranking commander decides to shadow an auditor simply because he refused to comply with unlawful orders?
Hey there.
How you doing, sir? What
Good.
are you filming?
I'm filming you right now. Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
What do you need that for?
Well, are you a law enforcement officer?
I'm a law enforcement officer. Let me see some. Let's see some ID, sir.
ID for what?
You're out here filming in front of the police department.
Right.
Under these circumstances, we need to know who you are. So
okay.
They got
You're
some
Officer
Thornton. I'm Captain Derek Thornton.
Captain Thornton.
Yes.
Sir, can I get your name?
Officer Webster.
Webster. Nice to meet y'all.
Take out some ID and let us see who you are. You don't have any ID? Take your hands out of your pocket first.
Okay, I'm not armed.
Okay.
I'm not a threat.
Unzip your jacket.
Sure. I'm not a threat. I'm not here to hurt anybody.
Okay.
I'm just here to, I had some questions about the public lobby in there.
Public lobby? What do you mean?
Is there a lobby?
Yes, but it's closed due to COVID.
Okay. Yeah. How long do you expect that to be closed?
Until the COVID epidemic is over.
Oh, that's for COVID?
Yes, sir.
And what's the temporary fence up here for?
For our safety.
Is that for COVID safety?
That's for law enforcement safety.
So, I guess my question is the lobby closed because of COVID or because of law?
Closed because of COVID.
Okay, but this temporary fence was up before COVID, wasn't it?
This temporary fence has been up since the riots happened.
Since the riots, okay.
Yes, and it's going to stay up.
For how long?
From
Indefinitely?
now on.
Okay. Well,
now, your ID, sir.
Okay, why do I need to show ID?
Because you're in front of the police department.
Right.
This is suspicious behavior. You're filming us.
What's suspicious?
So, yeah, that you're filming us.
That's so my camera is suspicious?
Take out some ID, sir.
Okay, now how is my camera suspicious?
So take out some ID so we can see who you are.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to get some information from you. You'll be on your way. But you're out here in front of the police department.
Right.
Filming us. That is
well, I was filming
behavior.
the building, and I was filming the fence and the flag.
When I was coming out, you had the camera pointed directly at me.
Yes, sir.
For all we know, you could be getting our tags for some nefarious reason. We don't know what your
public?
reason before.
Your tags are public, correct?
Let me get my mask.
Did he call you for backup?
No, I was ending my tour.
Oh, okay. She's fixing the clock out. Well, I wanted to walk up to the lobby, but I was reading these signs that says no trespassing.
Police business, you can walk up to the lobby.
I do have police business.
What's the police business you have?
Well, I would like to do a FOIA request on a 911 call.
You can't do that through here. You have to do that through an attorney.
Through an attorney?
Yeah, you can call there's a city number that you can call, but we can't authorize a FOIA request here. You'll have to call. Under COVID restrictions, everything is locked down now. Mm-hmm. So you'll need to call. If you access our website, there should be a number that directs you to somebody to call to make a FOIA request. Mm-hmm. You make your request that way. You can't make it here at the police department.
Now, the FOIA, you can make a FOIA in person, The way it was what I read online, and that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, but you can't make it here.
Okay. But I can walk up and down the sidewalk, right?
You can walk up and down the sidewalk.
With a camera?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
not saying you can't have your camera.
Okay.
We just need to know who you are and
But you want to violate my Fourth Amendment rights because I have a
violate your
camera?
Fourth Amendment rights.
Well, you're asking for ID.
Yeah. You're not going to provide it?
Well, I don't think I have to provide it.
You're not going to provide it? I'm just asking.
Have
You're
I
not gonna
been
provide
suspected
it?
of a crime?
Your behavior is suspicious.
Okay, is that a crime?
Okay, sir. We're not going to debate this.
Okay.
The lobby is closed.
Okay.
If you need police services, you can go up there.
I can
and,
walk up there?
You can walk up there if you need police services. But if you not need police services, no.
So I'm allowed to go past this authorized
No, sir.
personnel?
No, sir. Unless you're here to conduct police business.
Okay.
And you can't get a FOIA request.
So
you
that,
can right now.
a FOIA request would not be police business?
I just told you can't get it here, sir.
Okay.
The
All right.
lobby is closed. So
Okay.
you stay here. You don't want to provide ID? Fine, but we're going to observe your behavior.
Okay. Am I being detained?
Okay. No, I'm not. You're not being detained.
Okay.
You can leave at any time.
Okay. Thank you, Captain.
All right.
Thank you for the information.
Just have the unit circulate and keep an eye on them.
Because I have a camera? Well, we got 63818.
The legal essence of this situation exposes a troubling reality: the use of emergency status or safety excuses to strip away access to government agencies. The captain's admission that the auditor was not detained, yet continuing to shadow and surveil him, is a form of implicit intimidation designed to pressure a First Amendment practitioner. The line between necessary vigilance and civil rights harassment was crossed when the police treated filming as, in quote, suspicious behavior, in quote, that requires identification. The lesson is clear: stay calm when outnumbered, master your right to remain silent, and never let a badge intimidate you when you are standing on public ground. The heart of this confrontation isn't and oppose about a criminal act, but the sheer panic of management when faced with citizen oversight. Simply because a camera appeared in a lobby, the 911 emergency system was abused to mobilize a massive response of 5 deputies for a non-existent, in quote, threat, end quote. This video captures the moment where truth faces unprofessionalism, where biased reports of a, end quote, suspicious man, end quote, transform a peaceful recording into a high-tension police scene. Is a public lobby a forbidden zone for the First Amendment? Or is this evidence that public employees need retraining on the responsible use of police resources? What happens when law enforcement realizes they've been dragged into a frivolous call while more urgent duties are waiting elsewhere?
How we doing today?
Good, how are you? What can I do for you?
Well, I think they called 911 on me.
Okay, well, who are you? Why don't you tell me that?
Who am I? I'm a good citizen.
Okay.
I don't want to impede
Well, who are you? That's
What do you mean,
what
who
I'm
am I?
asking. Who are you? Who do you work for? What are you doing up here recording?
Well, it's my right as an American, as a free American. Am I breaking the law?
Sir, I'm asking you, have they asked you to leave from inside?
No, they haven't.
Okay.
They don't have any reason to ask me to leave.
Okay. Well, they can. They don't have
You
to have
think
a
so?
reason. They don't have to have a reason.
You think so?
Sir,
This is
give me a space.
This is federal property.
Give me a space.
Sure, yeah, 6 feet.
Yeah.
The rules are right there.
I want 18.
You want 18? All right, I'll give you 18.
Sir, outside. Outside.
I am following all the rules. I'm not breaking any law. Deputy, am I being detained?
Sir, I've asked you to step outside.
You're being a
I've asked
little,
you to step outside.
I think you can be a little
Sir,
nicer.
I've asked you to step outside nicely. You're being detained.
I'm being
Step
detained.
outside.
Very good. So I'm being detained. All right, she's calling for backup. I am being detained by this fine deputy. With her pink handcuffs. She doesn't even know how to park. That's some illegal parking right there.
Sir, do you have your ID on you?
For what?
Do you have your ID on you?
For what?
Okay. All right.
Am I committing a crime?
No, sir, but you are being placed on trespass. So
Oh,
you need to
really?
get off of their property.
They haven't told me to leave.
Sir, they don't have to have a reason. It is their right. You're in my car. You're in my car. You're in my personal space. When I walk up and make contact with you, I'm asking you to back up. Back up.
This is United States postal property, federal property.
Yes,
Public
sir, but
property.
anybody can ask you to leave. That's someone that was
That's
on
private
your
property.
bothering you.
That's different.
And no, sir, it is no different.
This is not
Sir.
private property.
Sir.
This is not private
Sir,
property.
It doesn't matter. If
It
they
does
ask-
matter. South
I'm
Carolina
not gonna
Supreme
argue
Court
with you. You're being
says it
placed
matters.
On trespass notice, okay?
We'll see when your
Trespass
supervisor
notice.
gets here.
We will.
We'll see about that when your supervisor
will.
gets here. I expected better out of Richland County deputies. There's probably a reason why you don't have any stripes on your arms.
You have your first and last name?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right, cool.
I am not committing a
You're
crime.
being placed on no trespass notice, sir. You don't have to commit a crime to be placed on no trespass.
Am I free to go?
No, you're not.
Then that's not how trespass
You're not.
works. That's not how
You're
trespass works.
You're detained. You're placed on no trespass notice.
How can I be on trespass if you're not giving me an opportunity to leave?
Sir, they've asked for you to be placed on it, and I'm placing you.
You go run code
Sir,
3
I'm sorry
on
that you
committing
feel that way.
not a crime.
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
Here they come, rolling in hot. Because the elders don't know the law here. How you doing, sir? You our supervisor?
I am a supervisor.
All right, how you doing?
All right, yourself.
Oh, you got a stripe? How you doing, Hardy?
Yes, sir. I'm Corporal Hardy. How can I help
Corporal
you?
Hardy, nice to see you. I came in here to take some photographs for news purposes,
Yes, sir.
and nobody asked me to leave.
Okay.
This deputy doesn't know the law, and I'm
Okay.
hoping you do. This is owned by the federal government. This is federal property, United States Post Office. This is a public area. Inside is a public lobby. Okay, so the branch manager stepped out, and she thought there was a sign on the door that said no photographing.
Okay.
And I stepped out and looked at all the signs. There are no signs saying no photographing. There is a poster 7 in here that gives the rules and regulations about photography and the conduct on postal property. I'll be glad to show it to you.
Okay.
And it allows me to do what I'm doing. Not only that, DHS memo came out that says photographs on all federal property, inside and outside in publicly accessible areas, is lawful activity.
Yes, sir.
And not to mention the First Amendment
Okay.
to the Constitution, and I'm here exercising my right to the First Amendment and the branch manager doesn't know her own rules and regulations, and she doesn't know the law.
Okay, so did they actually leave, sir?
No, they didn't.
They never actually leave.
No, and
so
they don't have
that deputy in there right now. They want you to leave. Are you gonna leave, sir?
Okay, well, let me follow up.
No, you got. Are you were done or you weren't done?
No, I wasn't.
Finish,
Okay.
finish
They have no reason to ask me to leave because I'm not breaking any of their rules or regulations.
Okay, but you have the right to refuse your service, sir. So basically, well, I'm asking a
That's
question
fine.
before we go in there. If they go in there, ask them. They want you to leave. Will you be willing to leave? If they,
Okay.
1 minute. If they say that, if she go in there and say they verify, they want you to leave at this point. Will you leave the location? Sir?
Absolutely. If you tell me to leave, I will leave because I respect you. I respect the deputy.
They don't want you back here.
Okay.
I've already went inside and made contact with
But
you.
just double check. Double check. Do you have any idea, on you, sir? They do
No,
want you on
sir.
trespass for
Okay.
location.
Well, that's unlawful.
No, so basically what you did, so basically they want you to leave. I'm gonna go verify.
Okay.
But once you leave, and you're
But
going
that-
back and forth, and that causes disturbance. So that's breach of peace, sir.
No,
That's
sir.
against the law.
I now cause no.
Well, basically, I've
got it recorded.
Okay,
right
that's
here.
what I'm going to verify. But if
Well,
that's
see-
the case, you did basically start the peace. That's breach of peace. That is a crime, sir.
Okay.
And I do need your ID for it.
Okay, now I understand that what they're telling you,
Yes, sir.
and I did not create any disturbance.
Are you able to wind it back so I can see?
Oh yeah, I've got
I'll
you're on
take a
live
look.
right here. I got a body cam here.
I'll take a
and
look,
I'm
sir. You say
recording
you
here.
caused disturbance. I'll take a
Well,
look.
I don't have to prove anything because
Well,
I'm not.
well, basically, I have your work at work, and then basically they're saying you
Okay.
caused disturbance, and I'm assuming it's multiple in there because you said the branch matter came out, so it's multiple witnesses in there
She's-
say you were causing disturbance. So I said that's consistent with
Her-
breach of peace, sir, and I'm asking for your ID because that is a crime in South Carolina.
Okay, but I did not commit a crime.
I'm telling you did. I'm telling you, you
Okay.
started the peace,
All
sir.
right.
You started a data or operation of business.
No,
That is a crime in
there-
South Carolina. That's called breach of peace. I
Well,
need your ID.
Lying to 911 is also against the law.
Yes, it is, sir. But I had to verify that from you saying you have video. So I'm asking to verify your part. You saying that they're lying about what you did cause disturbance. So are you able to give me your ID so I can do what I have to do?
Is this a stop and ID state?
Huh? This is stop an ID state. Sir, I'm saying you're basically committing a crime or breach of peace,
No, I'm
third
not.
peace. I'm telling you, that's where they're saying you're disturbing
Well,
peace,
they
sir.
can say whatever they want, but
Okay,
I'm not
I'm
committing a
sorry.
crime.
I'm investigating that. I'm
Okay, I
detaining you for
understand
basically
that.
investigating that. So basically, I had a right to ask for your ID, and I'm asking for your ID for a breach of peace, sir. So I need
Okay.
your ID.
Okay, well, I did not commit a crime.
I'm telling you did. So basically,
How do you know? You weren't even here.
disturbing peace. We have
You weren't
multiple
even
witnesses,
here.
sir. So basically, the branch manager,
Where's
you're
the
saying
witnesses?
that is right there, sir. They're verifying with that. You are disturbing peace,
She
sir.
doesn't know her rules and regulations, and
telling
I'll
you,
be
sir.
glad to show you that.
I'm telling you, sir. I need your ID.
Okay, I did not commit a breach of peace.
Well, okay, sir. But that's you. We argue that in court if it goes that far. But at this point, I'm saying you inform you. Basically, you're informed. You are committing a crime for a breach of peace. You are disturbing the peace from what we got the call about, sir. We received the
Okay.
call now. We received the call for it. So you are
Okay.
disturbing the peace, sir. So
Okay.
basically, I'm asking your ID for violating that law.
Okay, well-
So I need your ID.
Under threat of arrest, I will, but I'm not committing a crime.
Well, I explained my
And
part too, sir. I explained why I'm asking for your ID. I explained what crime I'm committing. You believe you broke. It was
Okay.
breach of peace.
Well,
I
did
need your
not.
ID.
I did not commit a crime.
Well, like I said, I explained what the crime is, sir. That I'm expecting you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
I said it's breach of peace. I need your ID.
I don't have my ID on me.
Do you have your name? What's your name, sir?
Am I being threatened with arrest?
You're being detained, sir, for basically
Okay.
investigating for
You're
crime.
detained. I told you that.
Yeah, she
So
said- she told me.
basically, I need your name. So what's your
Okay,
name?
being in detention in South Carolina does not require an ID.
Yes, sir. I'm committed to suspecting you of a crime. Yes, it does, sir. I have the right to identify who you are. Yes,
So
you
you
are.
think this is a stop and ID state?
Sir, you about so.
Do you
Are you
understand?
refusing to identify
Can
who
I-
you are? Are
can
you
I get
refusing
your-
to identify who you are,
No,
sir?
I'm not. I don't
Okay,
have
so
anything
I
to
need
hide.
your, I
I'm
need
not
your
a
name,
criminal.
sir. If you're not
I'm
refusing,
not a criminal. I don't break
If you're
the
not
law.
refusing, sir, I need your ID.
Can we get your supervisor out here?
No. This
Can
is
we
what
get a sergeant, please?
No, you're gonna. This is
Can
you're
we
gonna
get a
deal with me,
sergeant? 6 feet, sir.
sir.
6 feet.
We-
6 feet.
Now 6 feet, sir.
She
We were
wants
standing
18.
to this the whole time we were talking.
All right.
Now it's 6 feet, sir.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
What's your name, sir? What's your last name? Last name, sir.
Is this a stop and ID state?
Sir, are you refusing to identify who you are?
This is not a
Are you
stop and
refusing? Sir,
this
are
is
you
not.
refusing
I
to
am
identify
I
who you are, sir?
under threat of
Are
arrest.
you
I
refusing
will.
to- I'm saying, what's your last name, sir?
Are you going to arrest me if I don't show ID?
Sir, you're like I told you, you are breaching peace right now, sir. You're disturbing peace. You receive a call about you. We had a complaint from the man inside. You are disturbing peace. You're
I
starting
am
to
not
completely up this
disturbing the
business. Yes,
peace.
sir, you are.
I am not.
So if you don't refuse to identify who you are, yes, you probably will go to jail. I will give you for breach of peace, sir. So what's you gonna do? What's your
If you're
answer?
threatening to take me to jail, I'll give you my name.
What's your ID, sir? What's your name?
Are you-
How did you get here, sir? How did you get here? Did you drive here?
Is that important?
Yeah, it is very important. Did you drive here, sir? Did you not?
I don't want to answer that question,
But
I will ID to you.
Yeah, you're being, sir, you're doing a whole lot of stuff for no reason at all. Because you denied the thing you did drive here, and basically, you know, in South Carolina, you need an ID to operate a vehicle in South Carolina.
Am I operating a vehicle?
Sir, that's why you didn't want to ask questions, because you know you drove here.
Sir, I need a sergeant.
You know you drove here.
I need a sergeant here. I'm asking for your supervisor.
Sir,
can I get a sergeant here?
That's still not gonna stop. Are you refusing to give who you are, sir?
I'm not refusing anything.
Yes, you are, sir. I asked you multiple times. You can rewind your camera back. I asked you multiple times. You refusing to identify yourself.
Being detained does not require me to show an ID.
Yes, sir, it does. Yes, sir. You're investigating of a crime. Yes, sir, it does apply. You don't know your law, sir. You need to review your law. Yes, it does.
Can you state that statute?
Sir, no, you can go state statute, so you can look it up.
I looked it up.
It's no ignorance law. So if you don't know, sir, you can go look it up. That's
Trespass does not apply to public property in South Carolina.
Sir, so they can refuse service. So basically,
they can refuse service. Okay, so I'll take it up with their higher
Okay, so officer, I'm asking, you want your trespass? They can put your trespass. This also is a business. They can refuse. They can put your trespass.
This is not a business. This is government.
So, sir, is it not a business operation? Do you not transaction money? Is it not considered still business, sir?
They're owned by the federal government. They're not Walmart. Okay, so this is not private property.
They still refuse service. They still place people on trespass.
This is not private property. I'm gonna get out of the sun here. Okay.
No, I need your ID, sir.
Is this a sergeant?
No, this is my captain.
Oh, hey. How you doing, Captain?
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again. How you been?
Pretty good.
Shake your hand.
Yeah.
How are you?
Captain, I just want to say that you're one of the best captains I've ran into.
That's okay. That's okay. Appreciate it.
So what's going on?
Okay.
So basically, they want more trespassing. He's basically, I told him he's basically got called. He told him he's 30 people. I'm asking for his identification. I told him he's under detained. He refused to identify who he is, give his identification, so they can pay for trespass.
Captain, I'm not breaking any law. I came in here. I didn't disturb anybody. I came in here and I was recording the greeting cards, and I wasn't even aiming it at the employees or the customers at that time. And the branch manager came out and said, wanted to know who I was. She wouldn't identify herself. She wanted to know who I was with. I said, I'm with myself. And she thought that the rules were on her door that said no photography. And I went and I looked and I said, man, there's no rules. There's a poster 7 in here that allows photographs for news purposes in entrances, lobbies, foyers, and corridors. And that's where I've been. I haven't been in any restricted areas. I am completely following the law, and I'm following post office rules and regulations. But as we all know, the post office, they don't know their rules like they should know. So I'm here to kind of educate them that what I'm doing is lawful. I'm not creating any disturbance. Holding a camera does not create a disturbance. I understand you got called here.
So that's not creating disturbance, sir?
He rolled up code 3 because elders. Captain, am I being detained, Captain?
Nope. I just want to talk.
Elders has got me detained.
You are detained.
I told him he was informing you.
Right now, you and I are talking.
Okay.
Good. All right. So, all right. How much longer do you plan on?
Well, they're closing up at 5 o'clock. You know. And I really expected. You know, I went downtown to the post office, walked all through there, 3 cameras rolling, nobody said a word. I didn't create any disturbance. The postal inspector was there.
Yeah.
He saw what I was.
Did you talk to the postal inspector?
Not that day, but I had previous phone conversations with him, and he kind of told me what's allowed and what they don't like. Right. They don't like being filmed over the counter line.
Yeah.
And I tried to tell him that you can't trespass your eyes. You know what you can see from public spaces. But I'm not here to get anybody's information. I'm not here to create a disturbance. I'm here to make sure these employees know their rules, and the Richland County deputies know the law, and these two don't know the law. They think this is a stop and ID state. Elders thinks you can trespass people from public property, and the trespassing statute that has been affirmed by the South Carolina Supreme Court says the trespassing statute is only for private property. This is not their living room. They don't own this building.
I understand. I know where you're coming from. I understand that part.
So they're trying to issue me a trespass. He's trying to arrest me for disorderly conduct. Breach of peace. And I'm not breaching any peace. I didn't even have a conversation with any customers. So there's no customer in here.
You haven't intercepted the flow of business.
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, they're not even that busy. They never asked me to leave either. Okay. They always started that when the elders walked in there.
It's closed, so they're asking you to leave the premises now that it's closed.
I'll accept that. But if you're going to try to issue me a trespass, that's going to be a violation of my civil rights.
Well, sir, if you have to get a lawyer, sir, you can sue, sir. If that's a violation of your rights, you can sue, sir.
Is that what you want me to do?
All right. So this is what we're going to do.
Okay. I just want to film in public.
I get your point. And I'll take care of this issue. Okay. I understand. I know your points of law, and I get it. I understand. Okay. So now that the place is over, it's closed, and this is a public domain. You could be in the parking lot.
I would have left if she hadn't detained me. You know, because
well, she's not detaining you.
Okay.
Or at least not anymore. We'll discuss these points of law a little bit closer.
Yeah. I go downtown.
The federal government could be bad.
Well, I go downtown. I walk up and down. I go in all the city hall. I go in all the buildings. Nobody says a word till I go to the post office, where it is allowed. The Department of Homeland Security had put out a memo. It's allowed in public exterior and interior of publicly accessible areas. And the post office has a poster 7, which I tried to show Hardy. He didn't want to look at it, but it says news photographs for news purposes is allowed in entrances, lobbies, foyers, and corridors. I mean, but they don't know it. They think there's a sign on the door saying no photographs. So they need to be educated. And that's why I'm here.
Well, you know that. And when we all sit down and knock
well,
it
you know,
out,
I think they've already done that.
Instead of making a show out of it.
They've already done that. You know, that 2018 DHS memo that came out because of a court case. And the Department of Homeland Security, he's nodding his head like he knows what I'm talking about.
So are you going to visit every post office?
I am. I'm going to go to every sheriff's office.
You're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 deputies.
Well, the manager didn't need to call 911. Elders didn't need to call for Code 3 backup. And I did ask for, when I started talking to, I forgot his name, I asked for a sergeant. I said, can we please get a sergeant? And then you rolled up. I said, the captain's here. I'm like, perfect. They take one thing and then they go a step further. You know, they say, well, you obviously can't go in here and film a movie or a commercial or anything like that. You have to have permission. So they think that applies to all, and it doesn't.
Well, it doesn't apply to the parking lot. So
well, it doesn't apply to the publicly accessible areas.
Correct. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, our public accessible areas. I understand that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're done here.
Yeah, I'm sorry to bring y'all all out there, but maybe they'll understand, and maybe could somebody go in there and talk to them, let them know that I'm not breaking any law. I'm within their rules and regulations.
I understand. You're right.
So when I come back out here again, they're not going to freak out and call 911.
Just don't come back out here again. How about that?
Am I being trespassed?
No, I promise you're not going to call 911 again.
Well, yeah.
We're just asking you not to waste our resources.
Well, you know, and I tried to talk to the manager, but she disappeared in the back. And
the issue is she might not be the one here next time either, so somebody else might be here that'll call 911. So that's
I asked for the postmaster, and they said that the postmaster is the manager. I'm just here to exercise my First Amendment right and to make sure they know their own rules and regulations. And to check up on y'all too, to make sure y'all know the law. Y'all shouldn't even respond to, oh, a guy's recording in public. Okay, what did he do? Did he hit you over the head with the camera?
I understand.
I mean,
okay. Well, we're all done.
Okay, Captain, and you are
Sergeant Fergal.
Yeah, I understand.
So if y'all get a call, man, y'all know it's
my
me.
name's Don.
Don?
Yeah. Tell me your name again. First name?
I'll tell you.
Hey, we're on a first name basis, right?
I'll tell you.
Are we on the first name basis?
I'll tell you when they leave.
Come on.
Nah, this guy's trying to ID me.
All right, y'all.
Hey, take care.
Drive careful. Have a night.
Okay.
Got anything else I can
Live PD, Officer Fergal. Here's the corporal that wanted to arrest me. He came in hot, Code 3. Tried to ID me. Tried to trespass me.
talk to her for a little bit, and
Okay.
she's going to send me a video of what happened inside.
Okay.
And then she's going to send me the Postmaster General's contact information and name, and then I'll meet with them for this office.
Oh, for the postmaster. So she wasn't the postmaster?
She was not. She's some sort of managerial.
So they didn't even know what her position was in here.
I don't know. I don't know what her title is, but she's going to direct me to the person that's in charge.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a meeting.
That's who I asked
and then we'll drift it down.
Yeah. I think the higher up they go, the more they'll know. This manager hopefully learned a lesson today.
What we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. I explain to you what we're going to do. We'll get together. We're going to square this away with everybody.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it in
I
a
can
way.
show you poster 7. It's open right now.
Hear me.
Okay, go ahead.
hear me
Go ahead,
for a second.
Captain.
Just hear me for a second. I understand what you know,
Okay.
but we want to make sure everybody knows
Right.
what you know.
That's right.
And what we're going to do is we're going to do it in a manner so we're not wasting 5 deputies.
Exactly.
That we're
Y'all got better things to do.
correct. So we want to do it. It's not a matter of doing things. It's a matter of doing things in the right way. That's our goal. Okay.
I
That's all
tried
we
to
ask.
talk to her
Very
and
simple.
let her know, not to call 911.
We're all leaving the property as well as you. So you
Yeah.
ready to have a good night?
All right.
All right, buddy.
Film y'all leaving, and then I'll be out of here.
Okay. Well, we can't leave until you leave. We're gonna go off and on the whole night.
I guess so.
The core of this situation is a lesson in the waste of taxpayer resources just to satisfy the personal discomfort of a building manager. The employee who called 911 erred by treating filming as an emergency and erred gravely by providing information that forced the police to overmobilize. The right to record in areas open to the public was successfully defended when officers realized that no law was being broken. The lesson is clear. Know your rights, remain calm, and keep recording, because when you master the law, you force management to relearn the lesson of freedom and help police understand that cameras are not their enemy. It seems for some, the 911 button is treated as a tool for, in quote, trespassing, in quote, instead of means to save lives in real emergencies.